There's some beginners listening to this, programming beginners. What advice would you give to them about, let's say, joining the agentic AI revolution?
Play. Playing is the best way to learn. If you wanna, I'm sure if you are like a little bit a builder, you have an idea in your head that you want to build, just build that. Or like give it a try. It doesn't need to be perfect. I built a whole bunch of stuff that I don't use. It doesn't matter. Like, it's the journey. You know, it's like the philosophical way that the end doesn't matter. The journey matters. Have fun. My God, like those things, I don't think I ever had so much fun building things because I can focus on the hard parts now. A lot of coding, I always thought I like coding, but really I like building. And whenever you don't understand something, just ask. You have an infinitely patient answering machine that can explain you anything at any level of complexity. Sometimes there's like one time I asked, "Hey, explain me that like I'm 8 years old," and it started giving me a story with crayons and stuff, and I'm like, "No, not like that. Like I'm okay, up the age a little bit. You know, I'm not an actual child. I just needed simpler language for like a tricky database concept that I didn't grok in the first time. But you know, you can just ask things. Like there's like it used to be that I had to go on Stack Overflow or ask on Twitter, and then maybe 2 days later I get a response, or I had to try for hours. And now you can just ask stuff. I mean, it's never. You have like your own teacher. You know that there's like statistics. You can learn faster if you have your own teacher. You have this infinitely patient machine. Ask it.
But what would you say? So what's the easiest way to play? So maybe OpenClaw is a nice way to play. So you can then set everything up, and then you could chat with it.
You can also just experiment with it and like modify it. Ask your agent. I mean, there's infinite ways how it can be made better. Play around, make it better. More general, if you're a beginner and you actually wanna learn how to build software really fast, get involved in open source. Doesn't need to be my project. In fact, maybe don't use my project because my backlog is very large. But I learned so much from open source. Just like be humble. Don't send the pull request right away. But there's many other ways you can help out. There's many ways you can just learn by just reading code, by being on Discord or wherever people are, and just like understanding how things are built. I don't know, like Michio Hashimoto builds Ghosty as a terminal, and he has a really good community where there's so many other projects. Like, pick something that you find interesting and get involved.
Do you recommend that people that don't know how to program or don't really know how to program learn to program also? So when you can get quite far right now by just using natural language, right? Do you still see a lot of value in reading the code, understanding the code, and being able to write a little bit of code from scratch?
It definitely helps.
It's hard for you to answer that.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it's like to do any of this without knowing the base knowledge. Like, you might take for granted just how much intuition you have about the programming world, having programmed so much, right?
There's people that are high agency and very curious, and they get very far even though they have no deep understanding how software works, just because they ask questions and questions, and agents are infinitely patient.